let's talk about a man who doesn't have good taste. That's Dillon Danis.
Yeah.
Before we get to Dillon specifically,
Okay.
we start with Wayne Bridge, who I have to say, I learned of Wayne Bridge the moment he walked into the ring that day when you called him out, because there was a whole host of characters, and I fancy myself some kind of football aficionado. I was not familiar with his game, and so here he is walking into the ring to face you.
Uh-huh.
What happened here? You start talking about his personal life, and then he backs out. Is that legit? Did that really happen?
Well, I mean, it's public knowledge that it happened, but when I'm on stage, I'm on there essentially as a character to just, I don't know, I guess I was just trying to like build, create pay-per-view, create drama, create action. I wanted him to hate me. I wanted him to instantly be like, oh, wait, what? This guy, what is he doing? Fuck this guy. I'm out. Or like, I want to knock him out. Da, 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 da. I didn't expect him to actually like pull out completely.
And is that the reason?
Yeah, so I was literally just trying to rile him up because, I've had all types of things said to me, all types of things done to me, and I just know at the end of the day, like, I've met him before and I was pretty civil. There was literally a YouTube video where I met him and we were chill. There was, no anger, no hate towards each other. It was all blessed. But then obviously when I'm fighting you, I'm going to do everything I can to get under your skin, and I'm going to literally make this an event. I'm going to make this as big as possible. And, if there are buttons that I can press to get you wild up or riled up, I'm going to press them.
Did
he
have a signed contract though?
I'm pretty sure, Mans will know this, but I'm pretty sure we did sign a contract and everything, and everything was set, ready to go. And I was ready to fight. He was ready to fight, and I guess I know he wasn't prepared for the shit talk.
Okay, so now you move on, and you have to find a new opponent. You wanted to stay on that date, March 29th. How do we end up with Dillon Danis?
Well,
what were the steps?
We've reached out to so many other fighters. I've done a YouTube video on this, but I reached out to, my team reached out to Nate Diaz because, we wanted to show the world that, okay, Jake beat Nate Diaz in the way that he beat him. Let me show what I can do. Similar to what I did with Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury obliterated Jake. Like, everyone who watches that fight goes, yeah, Jake Paul got his ass handed to him and he lost. Whereas with the fight with me and Tommy, everyone's there like, KSI should have won that. Tommy Fury shouldn't have won, da, 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 da. Like, I showed the levels. I showed that I was better than Jake. And we wanted to do it again with the Nate Diaz fight. I wanted to fully knock him out. And then, he said no. So we went to Masvidal. He couldn't do it because of his UFC contract. Went to Donald Cerrone. He said no. Went to Tony Ferguson. He said no. So, we're scrambling like, all right, what are we going to do? Like, we need to try and find an opponent. We've got a date, March 29th, set. So we need to find someone. And then eventually, Mans comes through to me like, we got Dillon Danis. And I'm like, great. Well, I was like, you sure we don't have any more options? And he was like, no, man, we're literally on the bare bones here. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go. Let's just have fun. You know what? I finally get my hands on him. Logan did his thing, but I want to fully knock him out. I want to show the world that, yes, if he's going to double guard like that, he's going to get absolutely obliterated because I'm a guy that looks to kill. I'm a guy that looks to, hunts. I look for blood. I want to destroy you. I'm not going to just let you survive. So, yeah, I tried to do it against Tommy Fury. Butter was just too heavy. Butter was just too heavy, man. That day was the day I realized that weight makes such a difference.
One that I wanted to ask about was the Nate Diaz nugget that you just dropped there. How close was that?
I mean, I don't know how much I can say, but Mans was trying, and they just weren't responsive.
Is that one that you can explore in the future or dead?
I'm so down. I'm so down. I would love to do that. I think that would be a great fight. Fantastic fight. And a weight that he's comfortable at as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna make him go 200 pounds, etc. Like Jake did. No, I'll fight him out his best.
All right, so you go with Dillon. I was looking through old clips and whatnot. I stumbled upon. I think this was our first chat. Look at the title of our first chat a couple of years ago. This is from my old YouTube channel, the MMA Fighting One. KSI: Dillon Danis won't compete for Misfits Boxing again. That was the title. Since then, he obviously fought Logan, and now he's fighting you. And we all know that you were supposed to fight some years ago. Are you concerned that this won't come to fruition and you'll be left opponentless, last week of March?
He needs this fight. He's getting sued by Logan Paul. He needs to fight. He's running low on money. Logan Paul is going to rinse him out. He needs the money to defend himself.
Okay, so no concerns whatsoever.
No concerns.
Okay. What about just the fact that you're doing business with him? You don't like this guy. It's personal.
I hate it. But what options do I have? What options do I have? People say no to me. You know why people say no to me? And again, I mentioned this in my YouTube video. It's because I don't portray myself as a pro boxer that wants to be a world champion. I'm not that. I'm just a guy that has fun boxing. It's a part-time thing for me. I've got music, I've got Prime, I've got Sidemen, I've got my own YouTube channel. I've got all these other things that I'm juggling. And then I also box. So I'm not trying to be a world champion. I'm not trying to, be the best of the best in terms of that boxing scene. I just want to have big fights, win, and beat Jake Paul, and build Misfits. That's it. I came back to build Misfits, to create as much hype as well, build undercards, etc., build other fighters, etc. And then eventually, when Jake Paul has the fucking cojones, fight him.
So this would be Misfits 21. How do you feel like the business is going? Are you happy with where it's at?
Oh, no, business is fantastic.
Okay.
Obviously, it does way better whenever I fight. But, when, like last year, I didn't fight and it was still in profit. Like, how many boxing companies can you say are in profit? And I know the behind the scenes of most of these companies, and not a lot of them are in profit. A lot of them just spend a lot of money and lose a lot of money and don't make any money, don't make any profit on any of their fights or on any of their events, etc. Whereas we, most of the time, are in profit with every event.
So when Dillon fought Logan, it obviously got very personal. You alluded to the lawsuit. Just as this fight gets announced, he starts to make it personal, but then you hit him back with something pretty personal as well regarding his father. Is this where we're headed? Are you expecting more of this? Here's his tweet and then your tweet.
Okay.
Is this where we're going?
Well, I mean, I don't know where his dad is. What? Why are you laughing?
What do you mean?
I don't know where his dad is.
So
it's a genuine question. He came up my family, so I was like, all right, cool. Where's your dad? I don't know. It's a question. He didn't even answer it.
Are you expecting more of this from him?
I mean, I'm expecting whatever. I don't honestly whatever he does is not going to affect me because I just know I'm going to beat his face repeatedly. I'm going to absolutely destroy him. I pray he double guards against me because he's going to feel full force of my fists constantly breaking his face.
If you don't knock him out, is that considered, in your opinion, a loss?
I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock him out. If I don't knock him out, that's an L on my point, yes.
Okay.
Huge L. Huge L.
And as far as the motivation at this point, why did you have to fight on March 29th? If there was nothing that made sense, you didn't want to do business with him, why did you feel, okay, I need to do it on this day, I need to get back in there? Why not wait for something to materialize?
Well, I mean, we booked the date. We have a lot of things set up for that day. It's quite hard to then just go, all right, let's push it back. Because, I mean, especially nowadays, there's so many events. It's quite hard to book in advance for arenas, etc. So, for me, I'd love to fight at the O2. I would have done it at the O2, but the O2 is always getting booked. So all these places are always getting booked. So it's quite hard for us to just change everything and go, okay, let's try and find a new date.
Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.